And welcome back to the hot stage. We are talking the championship shake-up with Paraguay. Very much now in the history books. Did you like it? For some it was a bit too straight, not quite narrow, but straight and a bit Finland, just put your foot down, not much is going on. For others it was a speed fest. The local fans absolutely loved it. But let's talk about the rally that very much was Paraguay, the rally that may well have shaken up this championship. And welcome to the very bright and orange new Hot Lap Central, Hot Stage Central in this case. And let's have a look. As you can see here, this is the wonderful Oliver Solberg, but we're going to reverse a bit. That's just a bit of a teaser, because let's congratulate these winners. Seb Ogier came back from a puncture. You know, it wasn't quite the rally-ending puncture, but a lot of people, including me, I was a disbeliever at the time, thought it was a anti-rally winning puncture, and well, I'm glad to say he very much proved us wrong. So let's get into it. This was the final result though. It was Seb Ogier by 26.2 seconds. That would have been over 40. But on the last stage, and I tell you what, just watch the last stage. I know by looking at this, hello spoilers, obviously you now know who won the rally, but what an absolutely epic last stage it was. So Seb Ogier wins. Elfyn Evans second within 30 seconds. Well done. It was so close between 2, 3 and 4. It was amazing. In third, we're Terry Neuville, 27.2 seconds down. Ottan 30.6. I mean, look, we're talking within 5 seconds at the end of a rally. We've got 3. And the podium, it was just changing on the fly. It was just really, really amazing. If you watch anything, a couple of ones, but watch that last one. It's not too bad. It's not bad at all. Calais Rovanpera over 2 minutes 5 seconds down. Yeah, not particularly great. Sami Piari 3.5 minutes down. And then 7th was Oliver Solberg, the man that beat Takuma Sato. He's an F1 driver. Takamoto Katsuta. I keep saying every time, is Takamoto Katsuta, are we looking, is this his final season in the WRC? I don't want it to be. I really like the guy, but is it? I think it may well be. Johan Rosol finishing obviously second in WRC2, 8th overall. And then you had Josh McLaren, Gregor Monster, who both had their own issues. And then Adrian Fourmaux, who I think somewhat controversially retired, but we'll get into that in a bit. So in comparison to Seb, he's definitely been dealt a shorthand. That was the words of second place man, Elfyn Evans, who pretty much admit we got lucky as his WRC lead ended up growing. In terms of lucky, well, Seb Ogier, he was looking good for the rally win. I don't think it was in doubt, but he did chuck it with rain, which is why he lost a chunk of time in the last, in the last stage. But in terms of Evans, P2 Paraguay, and he pretty much went out and said it's been a tough weekend. We have made improvements. Boy, did you need to make improvements. And we have managed to stay out of trouble. Happy to take points from the weekend. And we look forward to Chile, which is, at the time of recording this, only a couple of weeks' time. Now, congrats to Seven Vincent on the win and to the team on another strong 1-2 result. Is he going to be saying that after Dubai one day? It's going to be interesting. Also, massive congratulations to Toyota. 102 race victories. What does that mean? Well, they have equaled my very good rally friends Citroën in terms of rally wins. 102. They are probably going to beat it. Citroën, you need to come back. You need to come back now. Big props. I feel sorry for MUNSTER. His competitive rally, let's say. It's competitive rally. Only lasted 900 metres. Yeah. I mean, look, I know I'm a bit harsh on the guy. I can't even be... Yeah. Well, what can you say? What can you say? Now, this is the I believe this is the championship. We've got Elfyn Evans on 198. We've got Rovanpera on 191. Ogier on 189. We're talking 10 points. Less than 10 points even. I mean, within 10.3 people. And if you want to go within 20 points, you're looking at Tanak as well. A bit more on that in a second. So Neuville on 150, and then we have Katsuta on 88, Fourmaux on 71. Solberg in 8th. ahead of Piari. The man, maybe he's going to replace Taka. If no one signs Solberg to WRC1, what on earth are they doing? Absolutely. And then we've got McLean, Cesc, and Ceredis, on 20, 16th, and 4th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. Now, in terms of event winners, OJ's won 4, Evans won 2, Rovan Perez won 2. Sadly, Hyundai on 1, and that's without Tanak. Tanak, what? Yeah, I know, Hyundai. They're fast, but they fall apart at the moment. And Solberg, obviously winning that legendary one, I still think the best story in the whole of motorsport. Without a shadow of a doubt. This is your WRC2 drivers after round 10. Solberg obviously winning 110, USL 99. It's really it's a 2-horse race, isn't it? I think it really is a 2-horse race. Who will take the title? As I said, look how close it is. So out of those 3, who do we think is favourite? Now, yes, Evans has been leading it, but I can't help but think more stuff seems to be happening around Elfyn Evans than which he's kind of surviving this championship at the moment rather than reaching out, grabbing the ball by the horns and winning it. Not that I want to criticise him too much because it's obviously working, but you can't help but feel the 2 behind him ultimately are faster, maybe less consistent, are faster. And if Elfyn Evans beats both Cali Rovanpera and Seb Ogier in the same car, in the same team, I mean, we're talking about if this is his only ever WRC championship, legend status, I think, for beating those 2. Can he do it? Yes, he can. It's very much in his hands. Will he do it? I really hope he does. I don't know. I wouldn't want to bet the mortgage on any of those 3 at the moment. At all. I really wouldn't. Now, Fourmaux, he retires before Paraguay's final control. And I thought it was a bit weird because when he retired, it gave a certain Ott Tanak a couple more points in the championship, which is why I think it's controversial. So he retired despite the Frenchman being 4th on the road after what was the World Power Stage. It appears to be linked with Article 17.5.1, which governs linked rally pairs and would allow Hyundai to change sealed transmission components on Fourmaux's car ahead of Chile. So I don't know whether they're telling the truth there. Paraguay and Chile are classified as linked events, meaning transmission components, kind of like if you ever watch Formula 1, like you get so many engines per year, such as gearbox and differentials, they must remain sealed across both rallies. Okay, now teams can only replace these components if the car retires from the first rally of this link rally or receives written approval from the FIA. Now, Fourmaux led, and to be fair, Fourmaux was doing an absolutely fantastic rally. He was looking really good. And he led during Paraguay's opening day before the punctions on consecutive stages, and he handed the rally lead sadly to Rovanpera. He ran 2nd for most of the weekend before dropping to 4th on Sunday's Powerwolf stage with the rain-affected runners, and the retirement cost his 4th place finish. But it also gave Ott Tanak 2 points. I mean, think of that what you will. I'm scratching my beard a tiny bit. It's become a bit itchy because I don't know. If we were to go to Hyundai, how many of them would start growing Pinocchio noses, I wonder? This is interesting as well. M Sport fined after WRC stage reach. Team member dismissed. What? Let's have a look. So the stewards of the Paraguay rally, they've imposed a fine on the M Sport World Rally team. The British teams locally hired Mito crew member Javier Robles. I probably got that wrong. He committed a serious breach of regulations early on Saturday at 5:15 a.m. He drove approximately 8 kilometres on the closed Carmel del Parana stage in a grey Chevrolet S10 marked Auxiliary 099. Oh, okay. So under FIA regulations, team members are strictly prohibited from driving on special stages before they are officially open. Yeah, I get that. That makes sense. Furthermore, Robles overtook several organiser vehicles while on the stage, creating what eyewitnesses described as a dangerous... Yeah, you don't want that, do you? He admitted that he had accidentally entered the stage after being guided there by Google Maps and said he was attempting to check the location of his designated work position while you're on the stage. Surely, doing some kind of shakedown, apparently. He also confirmed that he had overtaken several vehicles. Okay, M-Sport was handed a €5,000 fine, along with an additional, 20,000 suspended fine until the end of the year. Basically, the 30th of November, the end of the Rally Championship. The suspended sanction will be enforced if M Sport commits another breach. The team confirmed, Rebels was dismissed from his duties following the incident and emphasised that he had been given clear instructions. He was not allowed to drive onto the stage under any circumstances and was only permitted to access his observation point on foot. Fair enough. And the stewards described his actions as serious. Yeah. I think that's a stone bonker, really. Can't really argue with that one, can you? Now, let's talk about this guy. Let's talk about Oliver Solberg, the comeback king, losing. What is it? A minute. What? A minute in WRC2 to come back and win. Amazing. Another amazing feat. This guy, look. No, I wouldn't. I don't know if we're going to do like a top 10 rally drivers of the year. If we do, at the moment, this guy's probably the favourite contender for like a top 10 of the year. This is him now celebrating what is this a better win than the WRC one? I don't know. But look at him. He's so happy. And so am I. Well done, Oliver Solberg. Legendary. You imagine now. WRC2, it does have more competition. Kind of like the ERC, the European Rally Championship. It is potentially more exciting than the top echelons of the sport, particularly at the moment because there's much more competition. But to come back from that, a minute down, amazing. What more can you say about Oliver Solberg? Look at that. Position all the way down to 10th, and then slowly. This shows why you should never give up. So gets the puncture, oh dear, and then slowly rises up between stages basically 3 and 19. He takes the lead before the end. He takes the lead in SS16 and then doesn't look back. Wow, this guy, Ollie Solberg, is an absolute ledge. He's come here. Even Petter Solberg, incredible. Oliver and Elliot fought back from losing over a minute with a puncture on Friday to win 12 stages in a row and take home victory. An amazing drive on a new rally and in very tough conditions. There was no advantage here for the rally because no one knew it. It was a new rally. And this guy, even Solberg himself on Twitter has put, what a fight back. What a weekend. Whoops-a-daisy. Overall 15 stage wins, 12 in a row. Two punctures, over a minute lost. And still, the Rally Paraguay winners. This guy needs to win that championship. The only thing is, whose seat is he taking potentially at Toyota? Is it going to be Taka? Is it going to be Sammy's? That's going to be quite interesting, isn't it? But disaster happens, as you'll see here in a bit. Look, he goes and breaks his trophy, just like I think Isaac Hanchard did on his first podium. What an absolute vandal. Oh no, I've got no water. I'm going to choke with the laughing right there. That's better. Look, he breaks. Here we go again. He breaks. Smack. To be fair, let's be honest, right? He doesn't really smack it on the floor. He jumps. He's fairly careful with it. But they're porcelain. No. Yeah, that about sums it up. Absolutely brilliant. This is the interview we had, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, in Paraguay. Everybody loves you, and we want to keep you longer. So we know that you have another competition next week in Chile, but please feel free to come back. We really appreciate you coming.
Thank you very much.
All the things that you experienced this week for us is a blessing. So I hope that we can see you again. But maybe they want to ask you something.
Thank you to you first.
No, please.
And very passionate people. I love it. We are a passionate family. So
thank you. We were with your mother and your father the moment right after
I'm
you
just
won.
so in awe of this guy.
To them, and they were telling that it was such a great experience, that this is probably the best rally that they have experienced. What are your feelings on that?
I agree, for sure. The people are so passionate and loving, and I've been so welcoming and friendly with a lot of gifts, and it's been the atmosphere outside the Solberg Park for everybody, and
it has been a very good atmosphere.
You need to come next year.
100%.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
I hope.
Thank you.
Nice. Oh, look at that. Brilliant. What more do you want? Oliver Solberg. Well done to Seb Regie, but I think I can't help but feel, the person of the rally very much is this guy. I'm just going to leave it here. I mean, absolutely insane, absolutely amazing. Well done, Oliver Solberg. Thank you so much. If you want to do a bit more, subscribe. I imagine this will be out on our slightly new rally channel with like no subscribers. We're still doing stuff on the hot lap as well. But yeah, but I thought if you rally fans wanted a place just for you guys, where we can chat, etc. There we go. Anyway, until then, I just want to say thank you very much, and we'll speak to you soon. Thank you.